everybody, it's Brooke. Look, I've been playing with ink. I have a couple people have asked me what I use to put all the crazy colors in my journal. If you're new here, welcome. And I am a lunatic in my journal. I love bright colors. I love all the colors. Nothing matches. It's just color, color, sticking stuff in. Fun, fun, fun. So I thought I would pull this out today and pull out my bag O colors. It's my bucket O colors. It's this bag. If you guys have been around for a while, you've seen it. I've had it for years and years and years. And what it's doing right now, it used to go out and about with me, but I don't do too much journaling out and about these days. And so I repurposed it to go around the house with me when I'm journaling in different places so I can doodle and add color and just kind of add details to my pages. So this is what it looks like. And I think what I'll do is pull it out of the way. And I don't know how to do this. Let's see. I'll show you what I'm pulling out and then we'll put it out of the way. Okay, so these are the pockets on the side. On the side. Let me measure this so you have an idea. I don't think they make these anymore. That's how old it is. Let's see. It's about 12 inches from side, like from this side to this side. And it's about it's awfully stuffed, but it's like 9 inches this way. And I will look and see if I can find something similar, but as far as I know, they don't make them anymore. So on this outside part, there are there are 1, 2, 3 pockets, one of which has a flap, but at the moment I have my spray bottle of water in there so it doesn't close. Over here I have, for some unknown reason, tight fit, all by its little lonesome down in there. I have one little container of archival ink that is called watering can. And I'm wondering, hold on, we're skipping ahead, because I bet, oh, it will fit in my tin of inks. So there, now I have an empty pocket and I don't have a little orphan floating around. Okay, so now we have an empty pocket, yay. And then over in this third pocket, I just have a variety of Tombow markers. These are water-based markers, really nice pigment. They're great for brush lettering. They have a brush on one end, and then on the other end, it is a bullet point. So they're super fun. And I just change these colors out periodically. I grab some that I like and put them in there, and it's fabulous. One thing that Tombows are good for, I mean, one of the many things, is making Elizabeth, Never Hopeless by Elizabeth smush paper. Let's see, I couldn't find my little sheet of plastic. Usually I have just a pack of, or a piece of plastic packaging, like a sticker bag or something like that, but I couldn't find it. So let's just go ahead and use this. This is a hard plastic container that is, wow, super reflecting the ring light. So I'm just going to take my Tombows because they are water soluble, and I'm going to splat some on here. I know lots and lots of people make smush papers, but I first saw it on Elizabeth's channel. So in my mind, it's Elizabeth's smush paper, and it's a great way to get some color on your background. So I've just used some turquoise, some purple, and here's some nice hot pink because you can't go wrong. And this is why I carry my little spray bottle of water. Just give it a little spritz. I usually run my fingers through it a little bit to get the colors to mix. And I brought over some spare paper here. Here we go. And then you just dab your paper straight into the ink. Look at that. This is really thin paper, but I don't mind that it soaks through. I think it's beautiful. And you get something that looks like that. And then I'll just go in and mop the rest of it up. No Davenport markers have been harmed in the making of this. Any old plastic will do. So that is one thing that I like to do with my Tombow markers. Find out where these go. Now I'm jumping all over in my bag. Sorry. So Tombow markers can do that. They can do brush lettering. Ooh, this one looks like it's on its last legs. It is. the tip is frayed and the ink is drying up. But I've had them for a very long time. And then they also have a nice sharp bullet point so you can journal or doodle or whatever you want to do. So Tombow markers are very, very handy, and I always have some with me. Okay, so that's those outside pockets. Then on these two outside pockets, I have, these are my Dilutions paint pens. They're very fine tipped. They are so old. They were gifted to me a really, really long time ago, and I should probably test them and maybe get rid of some of them. But they are super fun because they're a fine point paint pen. So if you're drawing on magazine images or you just want a fine tip paint line, yeah, I won't make you watch that. But they are colors that coordinate with her. Oh, you can't see that. They're colors that coordinate with her colors. So this one is squeezed orange. And I've got a couple different ones in here. And they were really fun, but they may be past their prime. Then in this next little pocket right here, I have a makeup brush for doing stenciling with my ink pads. I have like my favorite drawing pencil. Somewhere in here is a pencil sharpener as well. I have a Micron 08 pen, which is archival and waterproof. I usually have several sizes in here, but I think I left the other ones downstairs on my desk. And then I also have a water brush. So those are all things that are good to have with you when you're doing doodling or coloring or anything like that. Then if we turn it this way, this is kind of mean to even show you, but to be accurate, it's what's in this outside pocket. These are Tim Holtz Distress Stain Daubers. Anybody remember these? I still have some. I have quite a few actually, and they work just beautifully. So I use them. You can take the current distress stains and just put some out on a plastic like the packaging, the Jane Davenport packaging I showed you, and kind of use a baby wipe or a makeup brush or one of Tim's little dauber guys and squish it around and get kind of the same effect, but it's just so handy because, yeah, it does that. And this is picked raspberry, which, yeah, yes, thank you. In my current madness of all the colors, picked raspberry is a good one. Let's see, and they leave this fun little circle if you just dab them down. This one is carved pumpkin. Oh, look at those colors together. So these are super fun to get background color on your page before you put anything else down, or just to highlight some areas should you choose to. And I switch those out periodically too. Then in this next outside pocket, there are two on this end, I have a variety of gel pens. Love gel pens, love them, love them, love them. Different colors, different makers. There's some neons. I always use the neons when I can. And they live here. And those are great for doodling or doing your journaling or just mark making on your page. These I really still like. They're from Crazy Art, oddly, but I love them. It was a pack of like 100. Look how neon that is. I've had them for years and years, and most of them are still working. You can't really see that, but I bet if I bring it up, you can. It was, I think, 100 for $19.99 or something. And they're neons, and they're glitters, and they're regulars and metallics, and I really like them. So if you see a big giant pack like that, and it's not very expensive, give it a shot. This is a Uniball Signo. I like the point on these. These are pretty fun for journaling, or for doodling, or for mark making. I just go in where there are white spots and put in marks of some nature. Outline things. Oops, I tore that paper. Wow, this paper's thin. Outline things, make dots, whatever. And all those pens will look differently because they're different finishes and different nib sizes. Spit it out. Oh, this is one of my Sparkle Pops. My old chicken friends from the roadshow will remember these. I had just discovered them. Still love them. They're still going, you guys. What are we, 6 years later? I'm going to have to order some replacements because they are starting to die now, but man, they did their job. So these are fabulous. They are very juicy and the colors are very dark. If you use them on dark paper, they look different. I don't know if I have any dark paper right here. You'll have to take my word for it. But they don't skip. I love the Sparkle Pops, and they come like in 8 colors. So I have some of those in there too. And again, I just will go in and change these out when I feel like it. And then in this other pocket, I have my 3 favorite neon colored pencils. They are all Prismacolor. This one is neon pink, neon yellow, and neon orange. Wow, we went crazy with the creativity on naming these, huh? And I like to just go in and color around things, do some shadowing, just blend those colors together and fight that white space. We don't need any stinking white space. So those work great. Prismacolors are beautiful pencils, and they really blend nicely. And you can just go in around things that you've drawn. It doesn't have to be neon. I have another set in here as well, and I'll show you. These could probably go over here with my pencils and my little brush. Now we have 2 empty pockets. What will we do? Okay, now we'll get into the inside. I showed you all those, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll get into the inside of this, and I'll start right here. First thing I have are my Crayola Classic Fine Lines. I love these things. They are super fun. The colors are beautiful. You can just use them for coloring. You can use them for writing. If I'm doing brush lettering, oops, sorry. I kind of prefer the super tips, but these are just fine. You can color with them. You can just do your journaling with them. They're a little thick for me, but it's okay. You can outline things. You can mark make. They're quite handy, and the price is certainly right. You can get lots of different colors. I think I might have gotten these at the Dollar Tree, so that's kind of cool. But these are the fine lines, and they work just beautifully. And what else? The next thing in that pocket behind that is my tin of Prismacolors. So this is a small set of Prismacolors that I found on clearance one day for $10. I was like, well, yes, thank you. I have my big set, but I really like to have these because they can travel with me. And I will use them to color in stamped images, again, to do background coloring, just to shade things. I just love them. And this set has a lot of really good colors, but not the neons. That's why the neons have to ride separately. So those are really handy. And then let's see, behind the Prismacolors, the next thing in that little pocket are my ink pads, which you had a preview of. These are all archival inks, and a lot of them are the Distress colors or the Wendy Vecchi colors. And I use them for all kinds of things. You can make smush paper the same way we did this with the Tombows. I have a couple stencils stuck in the back there. You can grab out a stencil and your makeup brush and just put some texture in the back of your pages. Backgrounds, thank you, that's what I'm trying to say. In your backgrounds. Just like that. And I'll tell you the truth, no, I don't clean my stencils. I will take a baby wipe because somewhere in there, I also have a little pack of baby wipes, and I'll run it over the stencil, but that's about the size of it. So that's really fun for a background. Oh, look, I have a baby wipe right there, excuse me. So I'll just wipe that out, put it back in its little holder to dry. Wipe this off, see if we can get any more onto the paper. Yeah, oh, we did. We got a nice little shadow there. That's fun. And I will, when I'm using a baby wipe like this, I will use up every little section of it and then let it dry and quite possibly decoupage this down in my journal for a background. Okay, so then after my inks, of course, You can't leave home without your Posca pens. And all these things are stacked up in one section. I will show you in a minute. Oop, we have a traffic jam. Okay, so I just have the regular 0.7 Posca pens. And again, I use those for writing, for outlining, for mark making. They're very fun. Outlining. Again, you can't see me. Why do I keep going up like that? So you can just do mark making. Very fun. All right, so that is in there. I should probably just pull out my journal and do some of this in my journal instead of on a scrap piece of paper. Maybe we'll do that in a minute. And then I have my Jane Davenport watercolors in the brights because those are my favorite. And they're filthy because they get used a lot, but I just love this palette. It's got all these beautiful colors, and yes, it's a working palette for sure. I do find that when I use it, it's normally tucked like right in here, but after I've used it, I will leave it out flat until it dries, because if you can see down here, all of this, half this paint kind of melted out when I put it away wet, and it just dripped, which was kind of a bummer. And that made a bigger mess. So that is my advice, is after you've used it, don't stick it right back in your bag. But that lives right in there. Okay, and then we go to the next section, which is right here. Okay. Can you see that's the divider? And it goes all the way across that way. Now we're in this section. And of course, where's the fun if you don't have your Jane Davenport mermaid markers? Love these things. I think somebody told me you cannot buy Jane Davenport stuff in the US anymore. It has to come from janedavenport.com. But again, I've had these things for dog's years. They do evaporate. I have definitely lost more to evaporation than to use, but I do love them. Look at that. They're very juicy. You can put them down like that and take a water brush and smush them out. You can just spray them with water, let them bleed. They're great. Another thing I like to do is take tissue paper, like white tissue paper, and just draw random doodles with the mermaid markers. And then when it dries, I tear it up and use that for decoupage also. But look at that, isn't that beautiful? The way it's spreading out. The colors are really rich and pigmented, so I love those. And then, again, I have some rubber stamps, some letter rubber stamps, because that's always a fun thing to add, some titles or something when you're just filling in space on your journal page. These are the Crazy Art Neon Bright markers, and I love these. They're not all neon bright, but some of them are pretty darn bright. And they have a bullet tip. I don't know, maybe you can, we need a new piece of paper. There we go. Maybe you can letter with these. Yeah, they're not the optimal, but they will certainly do. Look at that color. How much do you love that? So you can do faux hand lettering, where you kind of fill it in. Instead of doing a real thick downward stroke, you can kind of fill it in to make it look like you did. And that works pretty darn well with these. And that is bright. Yeah, it's not so bad. On the fly, but not bad. And these were very inexpensive. Apparently its little thing is coming off. Tons of good colors. So you can do lettering with them. You can go in and just color with them. Fill in some of that dreaded white space. I will just go in around things and kind of highlight it, which is what these look like actually, as highlighters. You know what, let's grab that journal. Let's show by example. I'm sure there's some spots that could use some color. Let's see. I'm still finishing up January because that's how I roll. It's only the middle of February. Why would January be done? Oh, here's a good one. Okay, so this page I used some washi tape and I decoupaged this crazy napkin on, put in a bunch of stuff from the day, put on this ruffle, but this is not white, but it's all, ooh, sorry, it's all blue and I don't have that much to journal about. So what I might do is take my crazy markers and let's see what color. Let's take some neon orange. I wonder what that will do on the blue. So I could just go around. Oh, this one looks like it's getting a little dry. I could just go around and outline, help stuff stand out in this craziness in the background. There's some white. Oh no, we can't have that. Color in that white. So that's the kind of thing I would do is when Mark and I are watching TV or something, I'll just bring out my bag and do this kind of thing in the background. And what other color would look good? We could try a purple. And just do some spots. Spots are always good. I'm a fan of the spot. And we could color in some of the background as well. So this is, I would take my colored pencils maybe and go along there and down there. But that's the kind of thing I do to just bring in every single color that there is, because so many colors, so little time, and make the pages look crazy, because that's what I do. Uh-oh, I've broken my dividers. What have I done? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's the next thing in that line. And then the thing after that is my favorite llama pouch. How much do you love my llama pouch? And my llama pouch has another favorite kid supply, which is Crayola crayons. I have the Cosmic crayons, the Bold and Bright crayons, and the Neon crayons. And I did get all three of these at the Dollar Tree. And I think they're super fun. Get out my pencil board. Now, I am careful about using my crayons before I've done my journaling because, as you know, crayons are wax and they're kind of hard to write over. So let's grab this. Maybe we'll grab our Cosmic Yellow. I love these things. And look at that. It's just like being a kid and you can scribble your little heart out. For some reason, I find that enormously satisfying. You can do it on the cheap. You don't have to go to the art store. It's just, I don't know, crayons make me happy. So you can go around and do things like that. We could put a neon one down at the bottom because we don't want anyone to feel left out. Now, these look on the front like they're glittery. They don't seem very glittery to me, but the colors are pretty. And I heard that Crayola is coming out with a limited edition set of some of their discontinued colors, which I think is super exciting. This one is shocking pink. What is this one? Wild watermelon. Well, that sounds exciting. Let's try that. And you can just do the same thing. That's where the writing board comes in handy. And you can shade with them and go over things. And it's just another color, another element of interest. If crazy, messy journaling is not your style, this may very well not be for you. But I enjoy it. It's how I like to do it. So we can go in here, accent that writing space a little bit. And it's still boring blue, but it's got lines and it's a good place to journal. And now we've jazzed it up a little bit. So those are my crayons. Ooh, that's my wet wipe. Those are my crayons. Let's see, what comes next? The boxes are pretty flimsy, which is why I keep them in a bag. Because when I'm jamming stuff in and out, I don't really want to break my box or my crayons. I know. A broken crayon still colors. But come on, where's the fun? Let's see. And then I have this little bag that says I Sweat Glitter. And I have a bunch of really colorful, crazy washi tape. Now these, I believe, are all Jane Davenport and Diane Reevely and Dina Wakley washies. I love them because they are really brightly colored. They're different widths. They're a good thing to go in and divide up some areas for journaling, give somebody crazy eyes. This looks really cool on a magazine image if you replace their eyes with these eyes. I love messing around with what magazine images. So those are in there to mess around with as well. I should probably have a glue stick in here since washi tape doesn't stick that well. But that's in there to play with. And let's see, what is this next thing? Sorry guys, I'm reaching over. Oh, I do have some stencils just to add some backgrounds. And again, I will periodically go through and change out my stencils so that not every book looks exactly the same. And then I have, next to those, I have mild liners. I love these things. These are by Zebra. That dumb glare. There we go. They are mild liner brush markers. And let me pull one out. They're fairly light color, so I use them generally at the beginning before I go crazy with all the color. Let me pull out that scrap paper again. You can do brush lettering with one end, if you want to do like your days of the week or something. The brush is beautiful. This color isn't as light as I thought it was going to be. So you can do this straight on your journal page or do it on another piece and cut it out, whatever turns you on. And then the other end has a bullet point as well. So you've got a brush on one end and a bullet on the other. Fun, right? And I have these 3 sets. They come in different style pens. Some of them are just a bigger bullet tip on one end. I don't like those as well as I like the brush end. So these are the ones that I have found that are the brush pen and the bullet tip. Let's see someplace. Oh, you know what we could do is right there. Let's go in with our pretty blue. And we could just color in right there. Because it's got that brush tip, it makes it quick. Oh, you can't see. There we go. Makes it quick and easy. Fill in the dreaded plain space. And bring some more color in. Go down here. Do that. And then if we wanted to, oh, I got some sort of floaty on my pen. That's no good. And then if we wanted to, we could put polka dots up here. Polka dots are always a go-to for me because who doesn't like them? And this is light enough when I go to do my journaling, I can write right over it. Outline the penguin's little sign. This is one of my free printables. And those are available in the Facebook group, which of course will be linked down below. Make sure to come over and join us. It's super duper fun. And every week, I call it every Friday, but that's just not true. Every week I come out with a freebie, either journal bits or something, a digital kit or something like that. It's pretty fun. Okay, so that was this section and this section. We only have one more, you guys, one more section. And the things I keep in there are, well, the first thing is, Allison, this is all of your fault. I haven't even really used them that much. These are fountain and highlighter pens. 6 count. I don't even see a manufacturer. I don't know, but they came from Five Below. And they're super cool. Look at the colors. One end is a fountain pen and one end is a highlighter. And they're different colors. And I saw Allison at AJ's Inspired Life haul these, and I had to have it, of course. So it is a fountain pen. And, oh, actually, I don't think they're all open. I don't know if they're all ready to go. Thought this one was. Oh, yep, that should be writing. Anyway, once you get them going, they write really nicely. The color's a little light. Come on, pen. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys, my hands are a little shaky. So you've got the fountain pen end in fun colors, and then you've got the highlighter end also in fun colors. So you could do all kinds of marks and whatnot with these, and they have 6 different varieties. I think you can see those, can't you? Yeah. And again, those came from Five Below a while ago, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, but they were definitely worth the $3.99, and those are super fun. And then I just have some Jane Davenport bits because I love her colors, and I had them all sitting in a drawer where I was never using them. And I thought, well, these are good things to put color in with. This is her tissue paper. And it doesn't have to be Jane Davenport. It could be any kind of tissue paper that you love, or you could make your own with regular white tissue paper, or when you're splitting napkins up to use, you know, you take the plies, the white plies off, use those plies and put inks or make smoosh paper, stuff like that, let it dry, and you get pretty much exactly the same effect. But I have these, so I'm trying to use them up. They're really pretty. I think it's sad that it's difficult to get Jane Davenport in the States now. I mean, I think it's possible. I just think it gets very, very spendy. But I have these, as I said, and I use them for decoupaging in the background, adding some color and some texture, as usual. I also usually have a little bottle of Tim Holtz collage medium and a brush, and I have not come across it. I must have taken it out. But you can also use a glue stick to glue this stuff down, so you don't have to have collage medium. And then I have some journal tattoos, which in regular talk are rub-ons. Those are fun. They just add a little color. I've got to use these. Even right here in my face, I haven't been using them. These are self-adhesive confetti tissue pieces. I don't know where half this stuff came from, you guys. But look, it's pretty. It's almost like vellum, and it's a sticker. Why am I not? Why am I not? Let's find a place right now. Okay, now I'm on a mission. I want to put this star somewhere. Where can we put this star? It's kind of big, huh? I don't want to cover. I like this page the way it is. I don't think I want to cover it. Oh, come on. Must be someplace. Oh, right here. Is it going to show? Not so much. I think there's a blue one. Let's pick the blue one instead. Use your stuff. Use your stuff. Oh, there's a white one. Let's use that one. That'll stand out, I bet. Huh, now the trick is peeling it back. Where's my little picker? My pin pen. I know you're in there. Oh, here's my pokey tool anyway. Let's see if we can get this started. I don't know what has possessed me to do this right now. Sorry, guys. You know how sometimes you just take a fit and you got to do something? All right. Maybe it's not going to show up terribly well. Oh, well. We'll see. We've used it. Oh, it does kind of show up. Now, I would probably go in with my crayons or something after I've journaled on this page and outline it. I don't think you guys can see it terribly well. But I think with a little bit of an outline, it will stand out. So, yay. I used one. Go me. And those are my, these are just more rub-ons. Jane Davenport. And so those all live back there. I'm glad we just looked at those because it will remind me to use them. And then I also just have a tube of white paint in case I've got something that I need to, if I want to, spit it out, Brooke. If I want to write on a dark page or something, I just put some of this on, I finger paint it on and let it dry, and then I can write on top of it. So that is pretty much it, you guys. That is my bucket of color. And a lot of these things are old and you probably can't get them anymore, but just fill up a bag, a Ziploc bag with crayons and markers and just whatever you like to use to put color in. A little paint palette if you have one. And that way you can take it around the house with you and journal or add to your journal wherever you want to. So thanks so much for requesting this video, and I hope everyone is really well, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.